Here was it 1966?
In 1965, I was a civil rights worker as a junior medical student. I did voter registration and gave lectures on health in Black Baptist churches and in Mississippi. And I remember one night I was arrested on a trumped-up reckless driving charge, and they put me in jail, and they put me in the black section of a segregated jail, and I spent the night in the black section. And I must say the black prisoners were shocked in awe that a white man was in there with them and in the jail. I also was an anti-Vietnam War opponent, and I volunteered to be in the United States Public Health Service so I could legally discharge my duties as a commissioned officer in the Public Health Service. I worked as a doctor in migrant clinics in the 70s. I worked in a black neighborhood during the Johnson Great Society era, but I converted to conservatism in the year 2000 to 2004 because of my love of Israel and my realization that the Palestinians did not intend to ever have a peace, and they basically wanted to destroy Israel. And I realized that the Republican Party and especially the Conservatives had a clear vision that we had to fight against this worldwide Islamic Nazism. And little by little I became a constitutional conservative, even though in my younger days I was quite liberal.
So what do you think about the black liberation movement embracing the Palestinian liberation movement and in this intersectional joining that they just had this weekend, a march through Pan Pacific Park in front of the Holocaust Museum of Los Angeles?
Well, it's not surprising that they're a Marxist organization, and like all Marxist organizations, Black Lives Matter sees Israel and Jews as an opponent, a capitalist, and somebody that is colonial power. They don't even have a clear vision of the people of Israel. They think they're all blue-eyed, light-skinned people, when in fact more than 50% of them come from the Arab, the Middle East themselves, and are of the same dark complected bloodlines. And there's even Falasha black people that came from Ethiopia, but they like to pretend that all Israelis are white-skinned, blue-eyed people. It's just not true.
So how do you feel about this new black anti-Semitism, or the anti-Semitism among the black community who are being taught by the Arabs or Muslims that and not recognizing the work, the sacrifices that Jewish Americans made on the part to free blacks from segregation?
Well, it's just sad that the blacks, and it's not new. I mean, it started with Malcolm X. It continued with President Obama, who spent 20 years with Reverend Wright in what's called Black liberation theology, and so it's unfortunately, sadly, not a surprise, and it's just sad that somebody will fall into the very old trap of being anti-Semitic.